Welcome to the Catch Up Roundtable. I'm your host, Shy.
And I'm Marvin.
And we're here in Houston, Texas at Rosalie and Maine with our live audience.
I like the energy.
Yeah, they looking good, feeling better. So here we talk about today's hottest topics, current events, lifestyle, entertainment, all the things relevant to our lives. So with today being October 1st, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, you chose for us to wear pink today. We went to the Galleria last Saturday.
That was fun.
I fell on the escalator. You remember that? There was an escalator that wasn't working in the mall, and I was like, Marvin, get up, get out, get active, recording him, and I fell up the stairs, people laughing.
I got that footage.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. We're gonna put it on the, insert it in the video. But yeah, we just wanted to celebrate Breast Cancer Awareness Month for all the women out there that have fought breast cancer, have made it through breast cancer, like my grandmother as a survivor. I don't know where I would be without her, so I just wanted to give our proper kudos to all the women who are in the fight for breast cancer. So I'm gonna give it up one time for them. So
you do look nice, by the way, though.
Thank you. You do too. Fresh cut. I see you.
I appreciate that.
So I know this show feels a little bit like a Chicago takeover. Yeah. We got a performer here from Chicago. We got a special guest host from Chicago. Our DJ tonight is from Chicago. You from Chicago. I go by the name of Shy. I don't know how this happened. So Houston tonight is showing love to Chicago. So we're gonna open the show with our performer. He's all the way, like I mentioned, from Chicago, Illinois, born and raised. Representing the Shy. He's premiering 2 songs tonight. He's doing the opening and the closing, so y'all gotta stay tuned at the beginning and the end. He's a singer, rapper, songwriter, and I'm gonna have y'all turn up one time for DomQ.
This right here, this is the shit that I'm fully content of my mind control. You don't have to get it, I got it, it's not in the time, I got it, I'm back on the road. All of my soul, my spirit, my strength, niggas who hate me all on the show. I am oblivious, I'm a king and I claim it, you bear my body and home. Shout out my brother, they don't get it twisted, the journey we live, we see it on living. I have been urgently hustling, infinite, because I'm feeling it, live on my vision. You told me you was this, you always fiction, I know they gon' feel it, don't have about shit. I told all my brothers and sisters I know, you cannot steal that shine as a pimp, I'm feeling it with it. That's all, so I'm working. I got like 10 minutes. No, I don't need your approval. Over it, just the king of it. I know how you feel. I've been working on that internet, and that shit is real. I'm trying because I got the energy. Hey, I got the energy. Whoa, hey, I got the energy. Hey, I got the energy. Hey, wherever I go, go back.
Y'all give it up one time for DomQ. Yeah. He brought the energy. He definitely brought the energy to kick off the show. So we're gonna bring our special guest on. because I think I want her a part of all of the conversations, all of the energy that we bring in on the show that Dom just kicked us off
We need that
with.
Chicago energy.
We need some more Chicago energy. So coming to us live again from Chicago. She recently just moved to Houston, so she's gonna turn into a Houstonian over time.
Okay.
The very beautiful and talented business coach. She's an author, a best-selling author.
Okay.
I saw that she did a TED Talk. I know that she's currently Miss Illinois, and she's competing for Miss United States. Y'all welcome to the Catch-Up Roundtable, Chance Cessna! Woo! Yes, yes.
Thank you guys for having me on
Hey,
the show. I feel the energy, the Chicago energy. I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
totally
right.
here for it.
Yeah, it's all about the energy. It's all about the energy. So, Marvin, I know we wanted to do something a little different on the show. Before we get into like who Chance is, why she's our special host, you wanted to do a minute with Marvin.
No, I thought it was dope because she's from Chicago, you know, the whole, situation. So I'm like, let me do something different this time. So I want to, have a little one-on-one with Chance this time. So let's do something.
Don't get your minute with Marvin.
Okay, so we're going to do a minute with Marvin. So Chance,
Okay, let's do it.
I'm going to ask you some questions, and just first thing that comes to your head, just, give me your responses, okay? All right, so if you had a superpower, what would it be?
I would definitely fly.
Fly, okay.
Yeah, I need to just scoop down on people. I need to see what's going on.
Okay. What TV show, sitcom, TV member would you be if you had to categorize yourself?
Sitcom. Does it have to be male or female? I like Cedric the Entertainer. We worked together on a project, and that was really fun. I love Cedric.
Interesting, that's interesting. Okay, so if you had to eat one food every day, what would it be?
It would be guacamole. Like,
Guacamole.
your girl
Wow,
loves
okay.
guacamole.
Okay,
How can you not love
I'm a guac
guacamole?
person too. I'm a
That's a
guac person too.
Houston thing.
Okay. What color is your toothbrush?
It's pink.
Pink?
It's actually pink because I just bought a new one. They say you're supposed to get a new one every couple, three months?
Make sure you say the right number now. They watching. Okay. What's the nicest compliment you ever received?
Wow, that I have a good heart.
Oh, that's a nice compliment.
What's something on your bucket list that you haven't achieved yet?
I want to jump out of a plane. I did like the baby skydiving indoors, but I'm like, I need to like level up, jump out of a real plane. So I want to go skydiving.
Yeah, I'm good on the plane. I'm gonna let you do that. What is something that many people don't know about you that we can share, that we can tell these people to get to know you?
I'm a ball player. I know how to play some basketball.
Basketball.
Don't sleep on your girl. Just a little bit.
Okay. What is your biggest addiction?
Biggest addiction.
Yeah.
Ooh, sweets. I'm really addicted to sweets, real bad.
Like chocolates or like candy?
I'm more of like a Krispy Kreme donut kind of girl.
Okay.
Your minute running out, bro.
What celebrity you look like? I only got 2 more questions.
What celebrity?
look like?
I don't know. What's my celebrity look
You
like?
are a celebrity, so you look like you.
I look like me.
Say that. Okay. What store do you shop at most?
I like to shop online. Honestly, I love Amazon. With
Amazon,
the pandemic,
yeah.
Amazon's been coming through
Bezos
for your girl.
here.
Last question. What do you want your legacy to be that you leave behind?
I want to impact 1 billion lives for change, for good, for transformation, and really impact my people.
Okay.
As a Black woman and as a Black culture.
Yeah.
Impact.
That's
Okay.
dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. Let's give it up for Chance. I like that minute with Marvin.
Yeah.
That was, but it was really like 3 minutes with Marvin.
We had to
Like, this is
interact a
not-
little bit. So when we say a minute, you know what I'm saying? It's on Black people time.
Right, okay, so
Yeah.
5 minutes with
Yeah,
Marvin,
Black
but it's a
people time,
minute.
of
Okay,
course.
cool. So I know you talked a little bit about legacy leaving behind. So tell us a little bit about what you do, what brought you to Houston. I know I found you simply looking for hashtags online. So anybody who's looking to be found, hashtags matter because I found her searching hashtags. So tell me a little bit about you and what you do.
Yeah, so I actually recently got a place in Houston, moved to Houston, but I'm back and forth between Illinois, Chicago, and Houston, so I travel a lot.
Okay.
I am a business coach. I coach entrepreneurs into like really just getting to the next level when it comes to multiplying their income and really giving back to my community. That's like so vital for me to be able to take everything that I've learned and teach it and give it back.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Okay.
And then you're also into the pageant life, the pageant world. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll be rooting for you in a couple of weeks while you compete for Miss United States. It's dope.
Yes, thank you.
Speaking of the country, I know y'all watched the presidential debate this week. And I don't even know if we can call it like a presidential debate. We just basically saw 2 white men fight on TV. Like,
A lot of people were saying it was like a reality show.
it kind of felt like Mimi and, you know,
like
her
Real
style.
Housewives.
It felt like
of the White House.
Of the White House, like Real House husbands of the White House.
Right.
Like, I don't know. What do you think?
So they said that they're transitioning to, if you say something that, you know, that's kind of like derogatory, they're gonna turn off your mic.
Yes.
And so I think
After you say it.
After you say it. So I think that's dope, because at that point you'll give the other person a chance to say what they need to say without being interrupted. And I think that's good. But as a whole, you know, I just think it's, like you said, I think it's more so like a reality show. I don't take any of it serious. So at this point, I'm over it.
It was a hot mess to me.
Yeah, I mean, the debate was definitely a very heated and controversial debate. And, you know, reading the news headlines, they're like, we're debating if, you know, if the rest of the debate should be canceled.
Yeah.
And then, of course, like you said, if the mic should be muted.
Yeah.
But on the other side of the fence, I was reading some other news articles saying that it was a fantastic debate. Like, that's what it's supposed to be. They said that was the best debate they saw in 25 years.
Well, they really haven't seen black people talk about each other, because that was essentially like a Jonas session or a Rankin session, wherever you from, whatever the word is, but they was basically getting on each other. Like, I feel like Joe Biden probably should come back with some black content writers, because when he snapped on his son, I would have had so many jokes for Trump on the hairpiece, to the kids, to all the things, but they didn't really have the witty, you know, responses that they could have had to make it very entertaining. So it was kind of like, ugh, this hurt. Like, why did we watch this?
So the two things that sell is sex and controversy. So they like, you know, if we can get some type of sex, we can't. So it's got to be controversy. So the controversy sold. So that's what they're pushing right now, the controversy. So it did what they wanted it to do in regards to controversy. So.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you know, I'm still going to, you know, when elections come, because everyone should be registered to vote, you have to make a decision. But my faith, honestly, isn't in either one of the candidates. It's just really not. No. Like, my faith is just God at this point, because I mean, what's really going to happen? And so, like, that's where it is, and I just hope it get better, but we don't know. Like, we really don't know.
2020 is all of a joke. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like 2020 is all of a joke, with everything, from the pandemic to the presidential election, to people losing their jobs, to how, you know, the racial climate is right now. It's just really, I have never heard of a year like what we have right now.
This feels like Hunger Games to me.
Really?
Like, seriously, Hunger Games. Like, if anybody ever seen Hunger Games, I feel like this is Hunger Games. Like, they just dropping dogs here saying, go fetch those people. They placing whatever they want to place. Hurricane right there, you know what I'm saying?
It's the year of the entrepreneur. Like, if you don't have a business, or you don't have something that you really can, like, hold on to and know that you're secure, or find new ways to elevate on your own, then you're really in a bad spot. And that's, you know, I feel like I need to try to make some career decisions based off of 2020, because, you know, it's time.
Yes.
Now it's time.
I think 2020 has forced a lot of people to have to rethink their whole life, right? When it comes to just their personal life, their finances, their career, their jobs, because I know I've been challenged so much this year and stretched so much. But I really believe it's about your perspective, right? Life is all about your perspective. So this year you can see it as like a total waste, or you can say, you know what, where's the opportunity, right, for me to take advantage of this, to start investing, to buy land, you know, because a lot of people are moving out of their houses and going into foreclosure. It's a lot of opportunity. So I'm looking at the opportunity, and how can I use this for my advantage, for my future, and run with it.
Yeah. I downloaded Robinhood probably 2 years ago.
Right.
And I didn't even think to start, like, putting money in Robinhood until like 2 months ago. And that's when I was like, okay, let me start trying to teach myself how to trade stocks or invest in stocks with the help of people around me who were already doing it. But at the same time, it's like, now it's like, get your money by any means necessary. And there is money to be made in some of these corporate sectors, because they got it.
Now that Chance is here, I'm thinking about modeling. I've been thinking about running for, like.
Oh, you've been thinking about modeling?
I've been thinking about modeling.
You got a fresh haircut and a fresh beard trim, and now you want to model?
Yeah.
Okay, so who you trying to model for?
I'm trying to see what Calvin Klein's trying to do.
I heard they hiring. I heard they looking for models.
Oh, are they? Okay, well, they need representation. Marvin is your boy. Marvin is your boy. That's cool. Shout out to Black Wall Street for producing the Catch Up Roundtable. It's such a blessing to be here with our special guest, Chance Cessna, and our live performer, DomQ. Y'all know y'all gotta keep it locked every Thursday that we drop a video. It's the Catch Up Roundtable. # Let's Catch Up. We'll keep in touch. All right, so we back from the break. I feel like there's a lot of superstar power right here, right?
Superstar power.
Superstar power right
like
here.
that.
So I had a get together last Sunday.
Okay.
And there were a lot of debates about different topics. And I don't know where I started just pulling up my phone and just typing, because I'm like, damn, I do a show and I need some topics, and everybody was real heated over this one topic.
What topic?
So I'm gonna throw it to y'all, because I know it's a few people here that was at my house on that day. And we're gonna talk about this on the show because I feel like it was a great topic that led the entire night.
Okay.
If you were a superstar, you're LeBron, you're Russell Wilson.
Okay.
You playing in Game 7 championship.
Okay.
You playing in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
You get a call, God forbid anybody's parents passed away in here. You get a call that your parents passed away in a tragic car accident right before you step foot on the court, on the field. Are you playing in the game?
Chance, I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Are you
Why you
playing?
toss it to me?
No, we're gonna go with Marvin.
We gonna go
first.
with you. Now
We're
you
gonna
just
go with
be
Marvin
under
from
the
the
bus.
streets because you giving us the perspective. You are LeBron. You're playing in championship Game 7. You just learned that your parents, both of them, passed away in a car wreck right before you go to jump ball. Are you playing in the game or are you leaving?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm playing.
Ooh.
I'm playing.
Okay.
And I'm
okay.
gonna tell
Give me your reasoning.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm playing. Like, I'm gonna tell you why I'm playing. So listen, guys. I'm gonna tell you why I'm playing. If you don't play, what are the benefits of you not playing? It's no benefit of you not playing.
You're going to be with your family. Period.
The funeral ain't
You
the
got
day.
brothers,
The
sisters?
funeral is not the day that they pass away. The funeral is like a week away. You're not gonna go to the funeral until like a week later. So if the situation happens the day of, I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna understand like what that game means to me. So it's gonna mean something different to me.
You're gonna play with heart.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play. I'm playing.
Super Bowl.
I'm
Russell
playing.
Wilson.
Yeah, I'm playing.
So if it's
playing?
a Super Bowl and I'm Russell Wilson and I get like that devastating news before the game, I would have to put it into perspective, because if I work my whole life, right, to win this championship, I'm gonna play the game and I'm gonna play it with everything within me. I'm gonna play it with all my might, all my spirit, because guess what? Death is gonna call everybody's name. That's the only thing guaranteed in life. So, when death calls your name, I mean, you still gonna be gone, whether I come before the game or after the game, you know what I mean? And I love you, and it would really break my heart, and I would process it after the game. But I would play. I would play because the fans are waiting on me. This is what I've been working hard for, and my family would be betting on me to take the game, win the game, and do my best, because I've worked my whole life to get there.
Yeah. So I think all of us agree on playing the game, but there was an argument for at least 2-3 hours.
Right.
It might have been 2 or 3 hours. I almost fell asleep during the argument about why people wouldn't play. So I really want, because I hear in the background that they saying that I'm not telling it right. Whoever was there, what am I not telling right? One died, one made it. Your dad died, your mom made it. You playing the game, let's throw it out. You playing the game or you not playing the game?
Listen, regardless of the situation,
You playing
I'm playing the game.
Because you got an hour. So whatever's gonna happen to your mom in an hour,
I'm playing the game. Like, at the end of the day, like, you don't. I'm being honest. Listen,
she looked at me with this terrified look on her face like.
I'll be honest. Listen, my mom is in Georgia. Listen, my mom is in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had
A procedure.
she had a procedure on her cervix, and she had cancer in her cervix. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be at every situation at every moment. So in that moment, if it's a situation like, I'm gonna play the game. The game is only a few hours. After the hours, I'm gonna go see,
Private jet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see my mom. I'm gonna go check on her and make sure she good.
Given the new situation, dad died, mom lived.
Yeah, I would still
You would still play the game.
I would play the game.
She from Chicago.
Because
Chicago.
Wait a minute.
Chicago people, we just got a lot of heart.
She from Chicago.
We got a lot of heart. But I mean, of course I would be devastated. Of course I would be absolutely devastated. But in life, you got to think about it. In life, you're always going to have problems. There's always going to be something that's going on. Are you going to quit or are you going to keep going? You know, so for me, I would think to play the game and then go check on my family afterward. But you know, God's timing is perfect. Like if God set it up where I'm at a championship game, then like God knew what was gonna happen, and I'm just gonna play the game and pray for the best.
That's what's up. I mean, that's how I feel because, but I feel like we're kind of a different generation. Like we're a generation of achieving. So like, given any circumstance, we're gonna want our credentials. We're gonna want to finish what we started, and then we will handle our business. Yes. Like we always seem to handle our business, and at the end of the day, you know, love is love, and family is family, and all of the things that happen around you are gonna happen. But then you get your business done, and then you handle your other business, and I feel like that's how we keep pushing. And I think that's a perfect segue into our girl Meg. Our girl Meg and our boy Tory. Like this situation is a lot to me. It's a lot. One, because for the past 5 months, the social climate and the current events and the trending topic has been protect Black women. Yeah. It's been protect Black women. And a situation happened, I think a month and a half ago, where it was perceived as if Tory Lanez shot Meg Thee Stallion in the foot.
Do you believe that?
Missed all the bones and tendons, but shot her in the foot.
Do you believe that?
I do, but after I saw the video this week, I believe it. Okay. Because I saw her stepping outside of the Escalade, like, and blood was, every step she took, it was a splat of blood. Wow. And I know there's some great digital, like, effects that people can put on stuff, but this is like footage from a business, like, you can tell, like, it's definitely angled and quality of a business camera outside. So I believe that he shot her. Okay. But I listened to the album too, and he's saying that he didn't. So what do y'all think?
Chance, on you.
You know, when it comes to that whole situation, it is very controversial because you got so many different opinions and so much going on. But I honestly, I can't judge him. I can't judge Tory, but from the speculations, it appears that he did it. And if he did do it, I think that's kind of like a coward move. Yeah. I think that's pretty cowardly because it's a certain way that I feel like a Black man should handle a Black woman.
What if Tory, so what if Megan, you know, Megan is kind of thick, right? Yeah. Megan thick, and her hands might be a little thick. Megan's thick. And I heard Tory's a little guy. Tory's a little guy, okay? Yeah. So what if Megan just really slapped him, like made it, like took his manhood.
Right.
But that's still no excuse. That's still no excuse.
Yeah, you ain't gonna shoot nobody. Like you ain't gonna shoot nobody for that. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So what you? I mean, I see it's a lot of dudes that's posting Tory lyrics and Tory songs and Tory app. That means that they're essentially taking Tory's side subliminally. Right. So what do you feel about that?
So this is my perspective. So a lot of people have been looking at it from a standpoint of the Breonna Taylor, you know what I'm saying? Like saying that this is the day of her, you know, verdict or whatever. So I would think that from Tory's standpoint, he's like, it's a good publicity standpoint. So I'm gonna put it out on that day. So I don't see it as a negative thing.
So shoot a Black woman so you can get ahead with publicity.
I'm thinking that's the reason why he put it out. But at the same time, it's like, nowadays, like, how are you gonna, the younger generation are just looking at things so differently. It's kind of hard to look at it from our standpoint, from an older generation. And I'm saying older in the sense of like, we're not born in the like late 90s, you know, early 90s. No, I'm just saying early 90s, late 80s.
Okay. And
like,
what time was that?
We're a little bit different.
Where women were respected?
I think we were a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? Like the perception is a little bit different if you're born in the late 80s or early 90s. Like real early 90s, like 90, 91.
90.
See, 90, 91. Like we look at things a little bit differently.
Yeah, but Tory is 90.
Exactly.
Or 90. Okay, so y'all shooting us?
Why you saying y'all? I was born in the 80s. I was born in the 80s.
It applies to you, bro. You only a couple years. Right.
Okay, so this is my thing. This is my thing. So he knew that it would be a good marketing tactic. However, in the midst of that being a good marketing tactic, he was appealing to a younger generation. So let me appeal to that younger generation so they can listen to what I'm doing, but at the same time, let me get my point across. So the point across is appealing to an older generation, but the tactics is to a younger generation.
Okay, so you drop an album about shooting a black woman, Meg Thee Stallion, a celebrity, on the same day that we get the Breonna Taylor verdict.
Right.
That there was right. So I understand it was his mom's birthday and she died on this day, so he just saw value in that day. But his publicity team obviously did not warn him of the implications because nobody else was thinking about his mom, right? Only him. So nobody on his team was like, "Hey, right."
How can you disregard somebody's mom dying?
But if you're a public figure, you have to realize the things that the public feels about.
Forget the public.
So you drop an album about shooting a woman on the day that
with your mom, everything else is Trump. Like that's your mom.
About you shooting a woman.
But that's your mom.
I wouldn't even put my mom on that same day.
The thing is, that's
I would put my mom on another day. Like,
how can you put somebody
to show that I have respect for women? I don't want to drop this on the same day.
How can you put your mom on it? That's your mom. Nobody else feel the way you feel about your mom.
About your parent, but
that's your mom.
This is the other side of it, is what I heard other people saying is that
this year, just for artists in general, any type of musical artist, because of COVID-19, tours have been stopped, and a lot of them have not been making money as artists.
That's fine.
So, you know, a lot of artists are just looking for the best ways to get the most publicity to make up for what they lost during COVID. I mean, that's a conversation I heard, you know.
But Tory said his money is not short as him. He said that if he stands on his wallet, we can see his thighs in heaven.
A lot of people say
Oh, God. So if you telling us that if you stand on your wallet, we can see your thighs in heaven, and you talking about shooting a woman and you miss her and y'all thought you thought we was deeper than that for you to be lying, like all of that?
a lot of people saying a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, we gotta stand on the facts. And if his mom, if it's a situation where his mom, we gonna go off of what his mom is and what we know.
But he praised Kylie. He praised Kylie in the album. So he chose to downgrade a black woman. He chose to talk about how he loved her, but he also praised Kylie in that.
Right.
And so now there's the highlight of the other woman.
Everybody praised all of the Kardashians.
But I think the bigger conversation is this, like, why aren't black men protecting black women?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay.
We need the audience participation on that one. It's a responsibility. Ultimately, it's a responsibility.
So you have to give us something to respect in order to be respected. If you don't give us something to respect, then there's nothing to be respected.
No, okay, well, give us an example. What do you mean a woman has to give you something to respect? Like, I mean, we have your children, we raise your kids. I mean, give us some examples.
Because then, now shoot her in the foot because she's not to be respected.
So what ass what?
I'm not saying that on TV because it's explicit.
All right, so look. So if you give us a situation where you say, this thing is free or it's available and you just put it out there, like they're gonna treat you as such. So you gotta treat that thing like it's and not just that, but you gotta treat yourself.
But what happened to men being initiators of leadership and respect?
Right, no matter how the woman's acting.
Exactly.
This is a new generation.
No, it's not a new generation.
This generation is, but you gotta.
This generation of men doesn't even respect themselves. This generation of men don't even respect themselves enough to even deem themselves respectable by a woman.
When we say this generation, what does that consist of? What is this generation?
We're talking about millennials.
Okay, millennials. I'm not a millennial.
Yes, you are.
No,
How old are you?
I'm not a millennial.
Are you 34 or above?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, 36.
But you're still connected to the generation.
You a millennial.
So
You a millennial.
I'm not a millennial.
Yes, you
sweetheart.
You got a millennial spirit.
Nah, I don't. Yeah, I'm above a millennial. So with that being said, millennials look at things a little bit different than people that's not a millennial. So being that I'm not a millennial, yeah, we look at things a little bit differently. So
you're saying if women don't respect themselves, we can't expect
To be respected by a black man.
exactly. No, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh my
You have to.
Yo, I am about to lose it here.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
No.
How are you going? How do you expect to be?
I do.
Hold on. How do you expect to be respected when you don't respect yourself?
I understand. I understand what you mean, because there are multiple times that I feel like women are putting themselves out there to be disrespected.
Let me give you an example.
But let me
ahead,
finish.
go.
But I feel like if men had respect and control, one, they wouldn't even worry about the women who don't respect themselves. They would be non-factors. But because y'all don't even respect yourselves, the women who don't respect themselves are a factor for you. So until you determine what you want and what you need and what type of man you are as a leader, then you cannot expect a woman to not do what she's gonna do, and you pay attention to her. Because if you're disrespecting her, that means that you gave her attention. That was in your path of intention.
All right, so let me respond to that. Let's clear that up. So for everybody here, let's get an understanding. If a female disrespect herself,
And what's disrespecting herself? Naked?
all right, so I'm gonna give you a
Next
perfect
question.
example.
What?
Let's just say a female is stripping. I'm not, for anybody who strips here.
Ooh, Lord.
Let's just say a female stripping. I'm giving you an example. So let's just say a female stripping, right? Let's just say a female stripping. If a female stripping, she taking off all of her clothes. She doing what she doing.
make money.
To make money.
To feed her family. Because
How-
men come in there and pay for it.
Don't throw the extra in there.
No. I
Let
mean,
me.
they wouldn't be stripping if they weren't paying for it. Next. Come on, keep going.
How do you respect somebody who taking off their clothes when you know she's taking it off for everybody? Like, how do you respect that? So it's like you have to have a certain level of respect for the person. So it's like if you're taking it off for money, it's like a certain level.
But do you not feel like the women in the strip club that's dancing for you also feels like you are little? Because I've had conversations with strippers before, right?
I've had multiple.
And strippers have been like, I would not talk to any man that's in the strip club because I don't want a man that's in the strip club.
Right. So they don't even respect you.
Don't second that, Chance. Don't second that.
No, there's a double standard here because if you in the strip club looking for it, and I'm in the strip club giving it, and I know that you that type of guy, I no longer have respect for you because you're controlled by what I'm showing you.
Nah.
And any woman can show you that.
Nah, it's different because everybody coming in for different reasons.
Different reasons to go in the strip club?
You might come in there because your homie got a bachelor party. You might
They
come
know the difference between a bachelor party guy and a guy that's a regular. They know. The bachelor party guy is married and he's scared. He like, ooh, no, bro, no. The regular is like, throw that ass, throw that ass, spending money, and you get no respect in the street.
Right. But
They only want to take your money. They're rubbing your neck because they want to take your money. To be honest.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree.
That's cool.
Okay, so I think my opinion is, as a man, there's a responsibility that men should have to be leaders and men that can cover, their woman, especially if you're like in a relationship. There's a responsibility there. And I feel like we live in a generation of men that want to abandon responsibility to really kind of step up and lead and cover like the woman that they're supposed to be with.
But it's a lot of women that's stepping up to the plate to hold that responsibility too. You got a lot of women that's showing up to be far more respectful, far more presentable, far more appropriate. And then that's kind of changing the dynamic of what a man is. So I think if you're a real man, you really gotta show yourself. At the end of the day, you gotta show yourself as a real.
So what I'm gonna say is,
boy.
listen. What I'm gonna say is, I agree with what y'all saying. At the same time, it's stipulations to it. Black men don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat. Don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat. Black men don't cheat.
It ain't no black man. So we caught up about it on the Catch Up Roundtable. And I think that it's about time for us to wrap up our time. But I think it's been a great show. I think we've had a lot of great opinions. I think we had a lot of audience participation. And I think we're gonna close out with DomQ doing his last performance for goals, because I know I got some goals that I wanna accomplish.
I got some goals.
You
for
got
the
some
end of
goals?
the year.
You got some goals?
Absolutely.
A lot of goals.
You got a lot of goals?
A lot of
I got a lot. I got 500 goals specifically.
we
I got a notebook.
500?
I got a notebook filled with 500 goals.
Are they big goals or little goals?
All types of goals, and all
We
my
are-
followers, they're on this 500 goal challenge.
We are in the last quarter of this year. Like,
Yeah.
if y'all think about it, we in the last quarter.
Last
Yeah.
quarter.
We only have
Oh,
3
this
months.
is Q4.
This is the last quarter. We got
Damn, this is
October, November,
Q4.
December. Last 3 months of this year.
Hey, shout out to the teachers that tried to make it through this. Yeah, like the teachers. Like, I got friends that's teachers, and I could not imagine virtual teaching right now.
Oh my God.
Like, I
It's
really,
crazy.
I show love to them because I just have a very different respect or love for kids.
For sure.
Like, for the next generation, because I know they're gonna be the ones that's kind of spearheading everything when I'm old, senile, can't even think about what's happening. And the teachers right now are making such a difference. And to think about people our age being teachers and having to do it virtually and deal with all the parents that's incompetent on a day-to-day basis when they don't usually have to do that, it's crazy to me. I really want to thank the audience, the live audience here tonight. Y'all have been amazing. To close out the show, thank you so much, Chance Cessna, for joining us.
Thank you.
Marvin,
Thank you for
hold-
having me.
Amazing. I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
for sure. Anytime. You hold it down every time, Marvin. You know I
Always.
rock with you.
Always.
But I want to leave y'all with this. Make sure you protect your mental health,
Mental
your
health.
physical health, and always be true, because that's going to be the best thing about you.
Mm-hmm.
To close out the show, we got DomQ performing goals, because we all got them. Y'all make some noise for DomQ.
Goals. Tell me now, what is your goals? Baby, I came from the jungle, out of the concrete road. So goals. Before we kick it, what's your goals? I'm getting it out of the sewer, I'm working, I'm turning my nothings to gold. So it's goals. Tell me now, what is your goals? Nigga, I came from the jungle, out of the concrete road. So goals. Before we kick it, what's your goals? I'm getting it out of the sewer, I'm working, I'm turning my nothings to gold. Let's get it. Hey man, if you gotta go, man, we on this side, let's get it. Hey! Whoa! Hey! Whoa! Hey! Go! Hey! Go! scores DomQ on everything. Salute.